2024, another year in the fandom. And I mean, it's been quite a year. Luckily we're almost to the new one. But a lot of stuff still happened, which I think is pretty cool. With these kind of reminiscing things, I kind of like to go through some highlights of the year and kind of just like talk about the channel or my experiences with the year and such. And a lot of it we can start out with A State of Sugar Baklava, which was released at the beginning of 2024. That's where Lowest Point came from, that I did with Kissy from Step 2 Harmony. They did a really good job on it, honestly. And it seems like that was one of my more popular ones of the year, because I kind of spaced it out, making the video for it in June, kind of like spacing it out from like the release of it. And you know, I haven't released a song in a while from then, so might as well do it there. And it was pretty much inspired off of the University Days fanfiction, because I had the book and I was like reading. I still haven't finished it because I don't read that often, usually on planes and such. But there was like a thing in there that inspired me to make that song. Hi, this is Evershade in the future. I didn't explain the whole shade alias thing, and that's kind of just like a little thing to try out. You know, different style. Might as well try a different name kind of thing, see how that works. It's not anything permanent or anything. It's just whenever I feel like using it, might as well. And the beginning of the year also kind of started off with Harmonycon 2024, which was a scene theme, like emo. That's where you got like My Little Romance coming in with the Prince Whatever, Melody Brony, Everfree Brony, and Whirlwind was on drums. They have other kind of members since then, but also that's where Irk, which was me, Rarity, and Koa, we kind of like formed a group there. We did some cool things, cool, innovative with drawing, with music, with performing. It was really creative. I really liked it. It was an ambitious project, but I think we did well with it. Also, it's weird because at Harmonycon I've kind of taken over the panels that Luck Rock would usually run, which was like Modern Brony Music and the Best Character Tournament. And that's what I'm planning on doing for this Harmonycon as well. So that's kind of, it's kind of fun. It's kind of like a nice to keep up the tradition there for Harmonycon. But then after that, it was pretty quiet until later I released Glimmer Glimmer, the 5-year anniversary mix, because it's been 5 years since my first public Evershade song was released, which was that song. And it's weird to think of how long it's been. But no, I updated the production on it, kind of like added visuals to it. And I managed to also perform it. Like at Winnie City, I used the drum pad, and I wanted to perform it again because it's like really fun, and it's like nice to include my old stuff still in my new sets. It's like, you know, kind of a thing of like callback to where I've been, or like a callback to where I've came from kind of way. What I caved in eventually for is going to Babscon for the first time actually. I got accepted to perform there. And it was a really stacked lineup. It was really cool to see a lot of people I know performing there. I really liked the vibe of the con. The hotel is really nice. It's like that center thing where like all the hotel rooms are kind of around the middle, but the middle is also like kind of modern enough. I like the layers the lobby has, and like at night when everyone's like, you know, to sleep, there's like a really nice ambience to it at night. During the day as well with people, but it's just really nice to take in. And also you can't forget the party rooms that go on there. It's really fun. Also there, that's where I held my top 20 panel for the top 20 songs thing. Also inspired by Luck Rock doing his top 100 thing. And I thought, why not do a panel about it? I kind of like revealing them live. It's kind of exciting in a way. So I did that. I think it went really well. And then, you know, later in the year, I actually released the top 20 video on my YouTube channel. The live panel video is also up on Achieve Hunter One's channel, so go check that out. Also, it was really nice meeting the people of Don Somewhere's, like the Rainbow Dash Percent series, such as Greg. We had Petarep there. And we had some of their friends we met, and it was just like a real surreal experience. I wouldn't have expected on my bucket list, honestly. But then we have Seaquestria Fest, where it was nice, kind of seeing the beach again, and that's where we had a little group called Stickers, which was me, Thrak, Koa, and Spin Scissor. Kind of like another little band group. We combined like our acts together and did some collabs, and you know, it was a fun experiment, and I think the crowd really liked it, and it was a nice like change of pace as well. I want to go to Everfree Northwest then, because this was the first time, even though I've been there a few years now, this was the first time I was actually accepted to perform main stage. And honestly, it was a dream come true, because I wanted to perform at Everfree Northwest for a while. I knew like the crowds are usually big there, the attendance of that con is crazy at times. So I thought, you know, this would be a good time to do my Euphoria set, the third installment of it, because before I did that TrockCon 21, and then Harmonycon 23, the one with Sound Bandit. So this time it was another solo Euphoria set, and I think the crowd really enjoyed it. Because I put a lot of effort into that one, and I was like, hey, you know, if there's an Evershade set you need to see, this is one of them. But no, yeah, afterwards I got so many compliments, and it was really nice compliments to it and comments. It was overwhelming at times. It was so crazy. Also made a lot of sales that con, because like, you know, new crowd, new people introduced to me. I made that was one of my most successful sales weekends, I think. And it's crazy because it was like, I don't know, I kind of like, you know, I put a lot of effort into that set, and I'm glad it kind of paid off, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it, definitely. And I know that recording's up on my channel. But yeah, thank you to all who attended that set. It really means a lot, truly. But also there, that wasn't the only thing. I also submitted my Cupid PMV for this year's Everfree Northwest PMV contest. Because at the end of last year's contest, I was like, that song was popular, the Cupid one, and I was like, I can see Rarity, this like thing about Rarity being with this, and that's kind of funny, so that's a good idea. So I did it this year. There was so many PMVs this year, like more than other years, so I was totally not expecting to win Best in Show. That was like genuine surprise, because there were so many great PMVs that I thought deserved it. So thank you Everfree Northwest for the award. And I mean, after I uploaded it, it's gotten so many views. I think it's my most viewed PMV at this point. And you know, I wouldn't say I was expecting it, but I just had a gut feeling. I was like, this seems like something that would just get a lot of traction for my PMVs and such. But yeah, thank you for everyone who watched it, who enjoyed it. Also made top 10 pony videos of the month, so that's really nice. Thank you all for the votes. But yeah, like overall with those two things, also like to shout out closing ceremonies with the PMV contest and such. Everfree Northwest, I say, was like one of my most successful cons overall, and that's like honestly crazy, and it means a lot. Fast forward to Ciderfest then. Got accepted to play. I got to close Friday night, which is honestly like, I like being later in the night, and that's just like a personal thing. And the fact having a closing set is just like a dream come true, honestly. And I was like, oh boy, I actually have this slot now, so what do I do with it? So with the chaos theme, what I did was, it was like supposed to look random. It wasn't really random, because you know, it's like gotta plan things out, but it was like, at the beginning of my set, it's kind of like a fake off, like this isn't just a DJ set, this is kind of like a hybrid performance thing, where there's this like slot machine thing that will like choose a quote-unquote random artist to come on stage. I think I had 7 different artists come on stage to like perform a song, each kind of catered, that works for both of us. And the crowd, I got really positive feedback for it. Thank you all for the comments, and it really means a lot. It was really, again, a really different set from what I've done. I called it Ipseity. You can look up the meaning. It's kind of like a sense of oneself kind of way. And that shows in the set, because like after a while, I'm like, okay, no more of this chaos. And I'm like saying like, oh, you know, this is me now. And then like the rest of the set's just like me doing me things kind of way, if you get what I mean. Also there, I ran a PMV panel for the first time, because after Everfree Northwest with the Best in Show thing, I got a lot of comments, or like questions like asking like, how do you do this thing? Like, how do you make your PMV like this? So I was like, you know, this is a good idea for a panel. So I did that with Cole Donnerstag of Studio Cinemagic, and we both talked about PMV stuff, and gave tips and showcased our works, and it was really fun. Thank you, Cole, for being on the panel. So besides con highlights, some other things happened in the year. I got kind of busy this year as well, so it's like I didn't release too much new music, and it's also kind of a dry spell for a while. But unexpected things happen, and near the latter half of the year, so my friends like told me about this creator named Tamers, and it was like, oh, like, guys, this is gonna be the next big thing. He's doing MLP content now, and I was like, I don't think this is. I'm like, what is this? This is weird. But Tamers slowly blew up in the fandom, and suddenly was getting a lot of views on different things, and people were starting to know their stuff. And with that, they eventually released a thing called like the movie, like The Death of Twilight Sparkle, and they pulled the ultimate move of dropping a new OC on the fandom that blew up, called the fandom deemed them Flawless Sparkle Moon, and because of that, a bunch of us, we're talking like Prince Whatever, Melody Brony, Thrak, and I, and such, and Kanto Acrylic as well, and we all wanted to make songs. We were all inspired to make songs based off of this character, and because I wanted the topic to stay relevant, I whipped up a song in a week with the help of Kanto Acrylic on chorus vocals for a song called Part of You. Which was really fun. It was something I've never done before because it was like a drumming bass breakcore kind of beat. But definitely my most hype / upbeat song, and I rap on it, and it's like trying new things, because why not? There's no stakes at this really. I was just doing it for fun, and that was something hasn't really happened a lot since Duskar days, which is where Weight of the World and some other songs came from. But it was kind of that creative thing of like creating something in a short amount of time based off of inspiration, kind of like when the show used to air. So I made like the Part of You song, which I also performed at Ciderfest, as well as cosplayed Flawless Sparkle Moon there. Got the top hat, the cape, and like the color scheme. But also I made a song called Missing You about Soren and Brayburn, because they have like a ship, like a couple in the Tamers series thing. So yeah, it's like having that inspiration is pretty cool as well, and I got some cool songs out of it. Also, it's crazy to think that the Part of You song is like my most viewed, like on YouTube, it's my most viewed song this year, because of the relevancy and flawless and all. I'm glad though, because it's like it's a fun song. I really like it. But yeah, aside from that, in the fandom, Top Running Music Channel is also going well. But it was also a weird year, because it was a rough year. There was some troubles that happened, but also I actually moved out, and I'm like living on my own now, and it's been a crazy experience to say the least. It kind of really opens your eye to a lot of life things. I know it's a nice progression kind of thing with life, but that's kind of something I've also been focused on, getting situated, major life changes. So glad like to have this new space and still kind of like have time to make things, but it's also kind of been not existential, but like really like opening my eye up to like the rest of my life in a way, which is what I want to kind of like touch on next. Because one thing, Windy City is not happening next year. It's coming back, but like they want to take a year off to kind of like plan out the Ciderfest and stuff a little more, since like the same people run both cons. So besides that, and Babscon's last year being next year, that's gonna be fun. I'm definitely attending no matter what, because it's like the same kind of a BronyCon vibes. It's not gonna be as big as BronyCon, but like I'm expecting like a fire lineup for whoever's on the concert. A lot of people, a lot of hanging out, a lot of parties, a lot of panels. That's gonna be really fun. But aside from that, also Seaquestria Fest I think is moving to September, which is interesting. But all that has got me like thinking, like I know this pony thing is not gonna last forever, and I know that's like difficult to say because it's like I don't want to think about that, but I gotta start like picturing it's like if this isn't gonna last forever, what am I gonna do next? Because like cons, like more new cons are starting up as well, so that's nice, but I don't know, it just kind of opened my eyes, and I gotta think about the future as well, because it's like it's weird to picture all this happening. No more Babscon, no Windy City. What am I gonna do with my free time? What am I gonna do instead of prepping for cons? You know what I mean? I say this every year, but I don't know what the future's gonna hold. I wasn't expecting to be here in this new place by the end of last year. Hey, future Evershade again. I forgot to say, yeah, I know I've been behind on the vlogs as well this year, and it's kind of just a little bit of burnout and with life stuff. So I hope to get vlogs caught up again soon enough. But it is like kind of not a slog, but it definitely takes work to get each one up. So whenever I have time for it, I try to do it. But yeah, I know I've been slacking about it this year. Yeah, I still hope to hang out with friends, make more music. There's projects I do want to work on, so I definitely like want to start working on those again. I'm also thinking of starting to stream. Maybe not. Maybe this will age badly, but no, like I want to dip my toe or hoof in streaming a little bit. So I'm excited to try that out. But no, overall, yeah, just a really interesting year. Not the best year, but hopefully things will get better. Because yeah, I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people, including me. A lot of anxiety, a lot of struggles, stress as well. But I know like things will get better as long as we all stick together. No matter what the future holds, we'll all make it through, and that I do believe. And quickly, I know I'm talking about Fandom stuff, but I just gotta say, with real life, it's like with the pop culture, music this year has been very interesting. Because like it started out boring, but then we had that like Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, which was really entertaining to watch. And then we had a fun poppy year, summer as well as just like the year in general with Charlie XCX's Brat, which I really like. Sabrina Carpenter blew up, as well as Chaperone blew up as well. And it was just I don't know, for a pop fan, it was a really fun, interesting year. I know Kendrick and Drake isn't really pop, but like, you know, that still just added to the music zeitgeist, and it was just really fun to watch that all happen. And I don't believe there's anything else to say, so and thank you for all the nice comments, thank you for all the subscribers this year. Yeah, and this was the year I hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, which I wouldn't, like 12-year-old me, or however old I was when I started the channel, I would not be expecting to come this far, and I'm so glad for everyone who's subbed and stuck with me through the years. It honestly, it means so much. I can't put into words how much it means, honestly. And also, this was the year I hit 1,000 followers on Twitter, or X, or whatever you call it. And again, just another thing I wasn't expecting to reach ever, so thank you so much. But yeah, keep out for my channel and social media and such for what I have next in the store. But until then, thanks for watching and have a great 2025.